What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play Pokémon Platinum. In the last episode we completed Upcycling Road, and in this episode, well, we are going to continue exploring Route 206, specifically the Underpass. Now real quick, I did do some off-screen training. Both Carlton and Nettler are now in their 20s. Unfortunately in the process, Togepi actually hatched from that egg that we got, and I'm unable to show that because it happened off screen. I kind of wanted to show that, but at the same time it doesn't really matter because I don't plan on using Togepi. Anyways, let's head into Route 206. Now I did say we were going to get a TM, but unfortunately I did some research and I found out that we unfortunately can't get the TM that I wanted to get right now. So instead, we're just going to troll around and look for a specific Pokemon to add to our team. And I guess while we're looking... Oh wait, never mind, hang on, we already ran into Ponyta, and Ponyta was the exact Pokemon that I was looking for. Obviously, by the design, Ponyta is a Fire-type Pokemon. It does eventually evolve into Rapidash, which is just solely a Fire-type Pokemon. And it is one of the two new Pokemon that we can encounter on this route right now. The other one is Gligar, and that is a Ground Flying-type Pokemon. It does eventually evolve into Gliscor, which again is just ground flying. Anyway, enough about that. It looks like we caught ourselves a Ponyta. There we go. Sweet. I'm actually surprised we didn't kill it with Lofty. I was kind of afraid we were gonna do that, but I'm very happy that we managed to catch it. This is going to be the last member of our team, so let's go ahead and give this guy a name. Now, obviously, I'm a Zelda fan, so I am going to name this Ponyta after the horse and Zelda opponent. And oh yeah, I forgot, since we have Togepi in our party, is getting transferred to Box 1, which is kind of unfortunate because we don't even have it in our party right now. So what do you say we go and fix that situation? Oh, actually, no, wait, before we do that, I noticed there's a tree here. Let's cut this down because I believe there is actually an item behind this. And yes, there we go, it's a PP up. So that basically just increases the power points of a Pokemon's particular move. Anyways, let's head on to Route 207 because, well, if we keep traveling downwards, well, guess what? Route 207 actually connects back to Oreburgh City, and they have a Pokemon Center that we can use to go and get Epona out of Box 1, and then heal up the rest of our team. So let's just boot up this PC and move a few things around. We do need to deposit our Togepi, and alright, I'm gonna rant a little bit here. I've never liked the PC in Pokemon. Like, I don't know. It takes a while to figure out how, like, each Pokemon's PC works, because they all seem to work a little bit differently in each of the games, and they never seem as fluid as, like, they could be. But I guess after you learn how to use them, it's really not that big of a deal. But I don't know, I feel like they could improve the PC a lot. They just haven't, like, done anything with it in, like, years of Pokemon games. Anyways, now that our Pokemon are healed up, we're pretty much good to go. I do want to pull the experience share off of Nettler real quick and put that onto Epona, just because, well, Epona is now our most under-leveled Pokemon, so we might as well give that Pokemon some extra experience while we go through the next few routes and make our way to the next town, which, oh my gosh, there is a lot to do between now and the next town. Like, the next few routes we have to go through are pretty dang long, and I'm probably going to start skipping a few of the trainers just because there are an absolute ton of them in between now and the next town, so it would take way too long if, like, I didn't start skipping trainers. And gosh dang it, you know, I was trying to be smart and actually skip this guy. I thought he went down and not upwards, so looks like we're fighting this guy, although we could have probably skipped him if I'd actually paid attention to his walk cycle. Anyways, I guess while we're going through here, I can talk about Route 207. Now, there are no new Pokemon on Route 207 since Route 207's weird. Like, you can find Ponytas on this route, but they're severely underleveled compared to the ones you can find on Route 206. And normally the Pokemon scale with the route, but I guess since, like, Route 207 is connected to Oreburgh City, and you can technically find, you know, the wild Pokemon by going up from Oreburgh, they had to make those Pokemon, like, lower level since you could technically reach that area earlier on in the game. So you really don't want to catch any Pokemon on Route 207 after you leave Oreburgh, since they're just going to be really, really low level. And you could easily find these same Pokemon with a higher level on a different route, which is why I chose to get the Ponyta on Route 206 rather than Route 207, since I believe all the Ponytas on Route 207 are around like level 6 or 7, whereas the Ponytas on Route 206 are like, 16, 17, so it's like a 10 level difference, which is kind of substantial, so it makes sense that I caught on Route 206 rather than Route 207. But anyways, since we do have a lot of trainers to battle through before we can really move on to anything substantial, I guess I can talk about a few things. Mainly, I do want to apologize for lack of consistency with these uploads. Believe it or not, I've run into more problems with this Let's Play than like any other Let's Play. It's kind of insane, actually. It's gotten so bad to the point where I had to travel like 2 hours to a friend's house to borrow something from him. That way I could continue recording it while I work out the issues with my recording setup. So yeah, it's pretty major stuff, but thankfully right now I still can continue recording it, and hopefully I can be more consistent with it now, since I was in the process too of getting things ready for the launch of the expansion pack, which is, the collaboration channel that I started with like a ton of other YouTubers. I actually just got back from Orlando, where we had like our first like giant recording session and stuff like that. So I was in the process of like getting all of that ready, and that was like stressing me out. So yeah, just a lot of work on my end. I was working on stuff though, so I wasn't just like being lazy or anything like that. I've just been super busy, so unfortunately my own projects have sort of like taken a hit in consistency because of that. But thankfully, since the expansion pack is launched now, and for the most part, my recording issues should be all solved, we might actually be able to get Pokemon back on a consistent schedule, which would be awesome. I've been trying to do that for a really long time, but as I just said, a lot of things have come up recently, so it just unfortunately hasn't been possible. But oh well, enough about that. I know you guys probably don't even care about my personal life at all, which is honestly fine by me. I wouldn't really expect you to. Anyways, let's just keep taking out these rock-type Pokemon with Maokai, because, well, no one likes a rock-type Pokemon anyways. Well, I mean, there are a few good rock-type Pokemon, but in this particular situation, I don't like any of the rock-type Pokemon by this particular trainer. Oh man, I don't know why I'm saying particular so much, too. I guess I just like that word a lot, and oh my gosh, did this guy seriously bring, like, 4 Geodudes? Because this is ridiculous, man. Like, they all die in one hit. It's almost not even worth battling. That's why I kind of wish, like, Pokemon added, like, an auto battle feature. Like, this would completely ruin the game. I completely understand that, but, like, if there was an auto battle feature in Pokemon where it's, like, the game would analyze your team and whatever Pokemon, like, the trainer had, and if you encountered it and, like, the game, like, analyzed it and realized, yeah, you would completely destroy in this match, it would just, like, end it instantly and just give you the money and the experience that you would get normally. So like, you'd go talk to the trainer, it'd fade to black, you'd win, and then it would just like instantly put you back in the game. It would be so much quicker, but unfortunately that would kind of ruin, some of the cool things about Pokemon. Anyways, we found a revive. That's the only reason why I came back here. It was totally worth it, if you ask me. Would have been worth it more if I actually avoided more of the trainers, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. We can't get those items up there because we don't have rock climb yet, so we'll have to let them be for now, unfortunately, and instead fight this trainer who I was trying to skip but failed in doing so. It sure is a good thing that I swapped like Maokai to be the first member in our party earlier on, because I honestly forgot how many rock type trainers there were on this route. Anyways, this guy's a Geodude, so of course we're just gonna Razor Leaf it to death and get it out of here. I'm not sure what his second Pokemon is, but it's probably something like a Geodude or an Onix, since, let's be real, that's all these guys, like, ever use. And oh, speak of the devil, never mind. He has a Nosepass, and Nosepass is actually a new Pokemon that we haven't actually seen before. I believe it's still weak to grass, since it is a partial rock type, I think, so this thing should still die easily enough to Maokai. And there it goes, never mind, critical hit, and it is dead. I thought for a second there it was going to hang on, but I guess the crit was just too much for it. Anyways, now that that is over, we can finally move on through this route. We're actually almost done. I guess we'll go and pick up this item though, since we, you know, worked for it by defeating that trainer. Anyways, now that we got that super potion, let's head over into this cave. And hey, look, it's Dawn! What does she want? Hi, Matt. How's your Pokedex coming along? Alright, I guess. Me? I'm somewhere between fantastic and, hopeless. But this isn't about me. I've got something nice for you. Ooh, what is it? Choose which hand you want. Right hand. I see, you want the Versus Seeker. I'm impressed, Matt. You know what's important. And she gives us the Versus Seeker. This pretty much allows us to rebattle trainers. Using the Versus Seeker, you can find trainers who want to rematch with you. Okay, Matt, do you have a Poketch? Yep, you do. You can have this too, then. You deserve it for all your hard work, Matt. And she gives us the Dowsing Machine app, which is really cool, actually. It allows us to see unseeable items. The Dowsing Machine is something you should touch often. It will tell you if there is an item on the ground that you can't see. I think there's something here even. You should try it out. Okay, let's keep working on our Pokedexes. Professor Rowan is counting on us. You got it, Dawn. Speaking of the Dowsing Machine, let me actually switch to that on the touchscreen so we can find that hidden item that she's talking about. It's kind of weird how it works. Like, you tap it, and it works sort of like radar. It, like, makes a little dot appear, and if you walk to where that dot is and press A, you can eventually, like, find the hidden item. There's actually a ton of hidden items, like, in this upcoming area, just to sort of, like, teach you how to use the Dowsing Machine. So I'm going to try and find some of the ones that we can get, like, right now. Although, I'm probably not going to press this too often, just because the noise that it makes might get kind of annoying. Anyways, we did find a revive, so that's kind of cool. And, oh no, it's Cyrus. According to one theory, Mount Coronet is where the Sinnoh region began. Well, isn't that nifty, I guess? In a newly created world. A world where only time flowed and space expanded. There should have been no strife. But what became of that world? Because the human spirit is weak and incomplete, strife has spread. This world is being ruined by it. I find this state of affairs to be deplorable. Well, alright then, I guess you're one of the only humans that hates other humans, or all humans in general. I think there's actually another item here somewhere. I'm not sure if we can actually get this yet. Where is it? I'm not entirely sure, actually. You know what? Never mind. We're just gonna move on. I'm not gonna spend too much time looking for items if I can't find them. Anyways, let's go over the Pokemon that we can find here in Mount Coronet. Obviously, one of them is Bronzor. Bronzor is a really annoying Pokemon. It's a Psychic Steel type, and that alone makes it, like, really annoying for my particular team to deal with. Thankfully, it is weak to fire, and we did just pick up Epona, so maybe we'll be able to kill it, although it does know a lot of really annoying, like, status-inflicting moves, like, Confuse Ray. I believe it also has a move that can put us to sleep. I'm not entirely sure what that was called. I actually don't know its moveset, like, off the top of my head, but dang, dude, that did, like, half of its HP. Hopefully, we can snap out of confusion. Never mind, we're just going to hurt ourselves. Anyways, moving on, though, we can actually find way more Pokemon in this area as well. Another Pokemon you can encounter is Chingling, which is a pure Psychic type Pokemon. Honestly, it's not that good. There are better, like, pure Psychic types. You can also find Clefairy, which in this generation is a normal type Pokemon. In the newer generations, I believe it's normal fairy, or maybe it's just like full-on fairy. I don't remember, honestly. Then there is Nosepass, which is a rock type Pokemon. We've seen that before. When it evolves, it turns into a rock steel type Pokemon. And you can also find a Meditite, which is a psychic fighting type Pokemon. And Meditite's actually, in my opinion, a really good Pokemon. So out of all of those, I would probably try and catch a Meditite. You know, if I was still looking for another team member. But anyways, now that we are done with Mount Coronet, we are on Route 208, and guess what? There's actually one new Pokemon that we can encounter on this route, and that is Ralts. Now, Ralts is just a Psychic type Pokemon. On its own, it's really not that interesting. However, it has two different final evolutions, and that's where this Pokemon really shines. It can either evolve into Gardevoir, which again is just pure Psychic type, or Gallade, which is a psychic fighting type Pokemon. And honestly, I kind of like both of those Pokemon, but I think Gardevoir is the preferred like final evolution of Ralts. So if you're going to catch a Ralts, you're probably going to want to evolve it into Gardevoir. So I think you actually need to make sure that it's a female Ralt in order to make sure that evolves into Gardevoir. I'm not entirely sure on like its requirements for evolution. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're actually almost to the next town, thankfully. I know we've been traveling a lot in this episode, and we've actually fought a ton of trainers. Like, even with me skipping most of the trainers, or well, some of them, not most of them, but even with me skipping like those trainers, it's still been taking freaking forever just to get to the next town. But thankfully, we're almost there. We're in like, I guess, the final stretch, if you will. And honestly, that block was completely pointless, dude. I in no way intended to run away from this battle, so no matter what, I was taking your Nosepass out, and there it goes. Nosepass is just like one of those derpy Pokemon. It's like, every time I see one, I just want to like punch it in the face, just because it has like a big nose, and it's just like, it's red too, so it's like asking for us to like just punch it in the face. Anyways, let's break down this rock and see what this item is. I'm actually not sure. Oh, it's an ether. Not bad at all. Sweet. Alright. Let's get out of here, head back down onto the grassy plains. We're actually really close to the gate, which will take us to the next town, and I think this is required, unfortunately. And what really stinks is, this is one of those, like, artist trainers, and they use really weird Pokemon, so this might be kind of difficult. Mime Jr., I know in the newer games, it has the fairy subtyping, but I think in this game it's just psychic, so Razor Leaf might do alright. Oh, wow, it actually killed it. Alright then, not bad. I will take it. I'm not going to complain. Let's see what else he has. A Bonsly. Now, what is Bonsly? I think Bonsly is a grass type Pokemon, but then again, I think it actually might be one of those Pokemon that like its appearance is way different than its actual typing, so it might not be grass type. Let's see what happens. I'm not entirely sure on this one. Alright, not very effective, so we know it's definitely not grass type. It knows Flail though, so is it rock water type? Maybe? I don't know. It's either water or water, rock, or just rock. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna go with Razor Leaf and see what happens. The only reason I think it might be a rock type is because, like, in Smash Bros, whenever you get Bonsly and, like, throw it at someone, it's like an instant kill, so it's like they got hit with a rock, and I guess I was right in assuming it was either, like, rock or water, because we did manage to kill it with, like, Razor Leaf, so that's good on us, I suppose, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure on whatever Bonsly actually was. Anyways, it's Hearthome City, home of the next gym, and a runaway Pokemon, apparently. Oh, thank goodness that you happened to be there. If it weren't for you, who knows how far away my Baneri could have run. Baby Baneri, back into the Pokeball you go. Maybe that's why he runs away from you, because you stuff him in that ball the entire time. Anyways, you're the Pokemon contest judge. Be sure to drop by the contest hall so I can thank you properly. Alright, well, I'll probably maybe do that at some point in the inevitable future. Alright, anyways, here we are in Hearthome City. Where is actually the Pokemon Center in this town? Because I desperately want to heal up my team, and do some stuff before we go to the gym that's actually in this town. Fun fact, though, this is actually the 5th gym in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. For whatever reason, they actually made it the 3rd gym in Pokemon Platinum. It's really weird, but whatever. Now that our team is healed up, I think this is a good place to end off this episode. So if you enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.